How's it going, guys? Rectum here with yet another Kingdom Hearts Unchained Chi video. Today we're going to basically be doing a little rundown of the avatar board. So let's get started. We're going to go to the avatar board first, of course. Now, the avatar board, generally a lot of people at first will think that it's purely for costumes. You know, you can be Neku, you can be all sorts of characters, you can be an Arabian Wanderer, which is obviously going to be based off of Aladdin, you can be Mickey from Chain of Memories, so on and so forth. So the way these work, actually let's show you one of these first, Cheshire Cat, all that fun stuff. The way these work is basically, I'm going to show you one that I've already done. Each, each node is going to cost a certain amount of avatar coins. You can see how many avatar coins I have at the bottom left, which is 180. Generally they're going to be anywhere from 5 to 15 for the cost AP and HP, and anywhere from 15 to I believe 35 for the costume ones. So this is going to be a cost one. This is going to raise your Keyblade cost capacity by 1, as you can see at the bottom. Now the way this works is each Keyblade has a cost capacity, which means that basically each medal in the game is going to have a certain cost amount, and you can't break that cap, much like you can't break deck caps in Chain of Memories or panel caps in 358 over 2 days, so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying. So basically, in order to equip stronger metals, you're going to need a higher cost for your Keyblade. AP, like I mentioned in the last video, is what you use to go on quests. Each time you go on a quest, it consumes a certain amount of AP. The only way to get AP is to wait pretty much for it to recharge, or buy it with jewels, which I highly recommend against, or every time you level up, your AP automatically fills all the way back up. Now, we're going to discuss jewels a little bit more in a second here. HP is pretty self-explanatory. It's health points, hit points, whatever you want to call it. It basically increases your health. So let's go to one where actually, before I do, as you can see, all of these are complete. Now, when you fully complete one, which means you've bought every single thing, including the costume pieces, which are these, the clothes, and the accessories, you will get a title. So I believe for this one I got the title boy, I got girl. I don't remember the other titles I got off the top of my head. But every time you complete one, you do get a title. But let's go to one that I haven't really even gotten into much yet, because a lot of these, even though they don't say that they're complete, I pretty much did what I'm about to show you on this other one over here. Let's see. Okay. Alright, we'll start with a brand new one, actually. Actually, we'll do this one. Now, I'm not going to max this out. No, I don't want to do that one, since I'm not going to max it out. I'm not going to max this out right now, because I don't want to use my avatar coins on the actual costume. But the method that I like to do is basically, I like to do as many nodes as I can before I'm stopped by a costume node. So, we're going to do the AP for 15 coins. We unlock it. As you can see, we went from 180 in our coin count to 165, so it takes away 15 coins, as indicated by the number in the top right of these little nodes. So then we're going to unlock the cost node. Alright, and then we're going to unlock the HP node, which is going to increase our maximum HP by 20. All the details are going to be on the bottom. Now, at this point, we have a choice. We can either do gloves, or we can do the ship flyer. Now, if you notice, some of these will lead to more. So if you do the gloves, that allows you to get the jetpack or the helmet. However, another thing that you can do is, after you buy the orange gummy ship flyer suit, the clothing, is you have one more AP node there. So what I personally like to do, and this isn't, you don't have to do it my way, but what I like to do is, let me find the last one I haven't completed. Here we go. I like to buy every node up until I hit the costume point. So you see what I mean? I bought all of these. I actually bought this one already just because I do like to go back, which I'll get into a little more later, but let's look at this one for example. So this is a perfect example. I've done all of the actual upgrades. I haven't invested in any of the costume. So basically what I like to do generally is to go through and just make sure that on all of these costumes I have bought all of the upgrades before I hit the costume, and then I move on to the next one. Now, I just got these, so I've got a little bit of work to do, but let's just say, for example, here, I'll just do this for the sake of simplicity. is the way I'm making sense. So we're just going to unlock all of the upgrades that we can before we have to buy a piece of the costume on this one. Alright, so at this point I have literally, you can see 3 out of 8, 3 out of 8. It's generally going to be, we'll buy that one too. Generally going to be 3 upgrade nodes before you have to hit costumes. And what I like to do is basically knock out the 3 nodes on every single costume. So now that I've done that, I like to go all the way back. And, come on, quite a ways here. And go to the last one that I didn't complete. So that's why I bought that piece right there. So now that I've got 75 more coins to use, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy that. Okay. We're going to buy that. Just so that I can go back and actually complete it. I like to play Kingdom Hearts in a very completionist manner. And as you can see, I got the dog-loving title, which I'm not really sure why, considering this is the Cheshire Cat outfit, but I don't make the game, I don't make the rules. Titles are basically going to be what you see right here. So, oh, I'm sorry, right here. That's my name right there, the goat. But Lucky Foreteller, and you can actually combine 2 titles. So I got a Lucky title and a Foreteller title. You can organize which word comes first, and then you can also, the background for Lucky is actually this one. The background for Foreteller is this one. I like the Foreteller one more, and I didn't want to be Foreteller Lucky, so I put Lucky as my A title, Foreteller as my B title, comes together as Lucky Foreteller, and I can choose between the 2 backgrounds from the 2 titles. That's kind of not really important right now. Now, something that I just want to go over that I think is very important. A lot of people are really quick to use their medals on draws, which, you know, a part of me is really tempted to do that, but hear me out here. So these are ones that you buy with jewels. Now, I've already bought all 4 of these, so I have the male and female Sora and Riku outfits. These were 1,500 jewels each. As you can see, Alice and the Mad Hatter are going to be 1,000, and then the Cheshire Cat ears are going to be 500 apiece. So, the beauty in these is that if you see it has the cost node, right, and it says that it has 4 increases for cost. So when we click here, we see that we have these 4. Now, unfortunately, I already swept through these, so I can't really show you, but if you look at the rest of these here, they're all 1 node. So people who are starting to get low on cost, this is a really good way to get 4 cost nodes for only 4 avatar coins, because they're only going to be 1 avatar coin each. Now, a lot of people will still say, well, it's not worth it, man. You can get your draws, you know what I mean? But here's my logic. If I get all of these costumes out of the way, literally every set of jewels that I get for logging in daily or doing a daily quest can go straight to draws. I never have to look back at this again until they update it and add more costumes. And for me, I really want to be prepared for when I get those higher level medals. So for me, I find it worth it to actually get these. Let's see if I max this out. To actually, right, the actual costume nodes, some of them are valued at 2, like that one. I forgot to mention that. I personally don't really pay attention to those until, like I said, I've completed everything else. And I generally keep these costumes for last. The only one that I maxed out was the Sora one so that I could access it very quickly. But it's a great way to get your cost up very quickly. Mind you, it does cost jewels, but it's really not that hard to accumulate the jewels if you just log on regularly and you make sure you do the daily quests. You also get 150 jewels, I believe, every 5 quests you do, and you get 30 jewels for every daily that you successfully complete the first time. You can't keep doing a daily again and again, the exact same daily on a Tuesday, and keep getting jewels. It's only the first time that you beat it. Now, something that we're also going to go over is these. So these are going to be boost medals. Now, you can't actually see what they are right now, but I'll show you over here. What they turn out being is Sid medals, and Sid medals lower the cost of a 6-star medal by 1. So it goes basically, you know, we were talking about cost, and there is a drastic jump in cost from a 5-star medal to a 6-star medal. Obviously, 6-star medals are more powerful. It goes from something like 14 to 40 something, 46 I want to say, but I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. That's going to be really expensive, which is the main reason why I decided to work on my cost first. but this can bring it down, and if memory serves, you can apply a maximum of 10 SIDs to a metal. So you can bring that down to 36, which is going to allow you to, you're going to be able to apply other metals that are still going to be decently powerful to create your full, I don't even know what to call it, for lack of a better word, deck, move set, you know, whatever you're basically going to use before your turn is over. Other than that, there's not really much I can say. Oh, Sid medals do not grant experience. They literally only lower the level of a medal. I highly recommend that you save your Sids for medals that you think are very powerful or that you want to use on a regular basis in your moveset. Now, I made a mistake. As you can see, I have 5 Sid medals here, and I have no 6 stars at the moment. Mostly because I haven't been doing any draws, and I kind of slept on a few Evolve Medal quests. Ideally, what you would be doing, if we go to the avatar board, as you can see with all of with all these other ones that I've done, I went up until the cost. I didn't bother with the costume. Now, the reason I went with the Sora, like I said, I wanted the Sora costume, and I started accidentally buying these medals. These medals, oh, they're not all Sid. We've got Chip and Dale. Okay, and a Moogle. Okay. So, with a lot of these for, you know, Chip, Dale, Sid, I don't recommend actually unlocking these nodes until you're going to put the medals to use, because it's literally just going to take up space. I have 71 slots taken up out of 75 for my storage. If I didn't have these Sids sitting here, not getting put to use at all, I would have, Jesus Christ, I'm bad at math right now, 66. Only 66. That would give me 9 slots. So that's 5 more slots that I could be using on evolution medals, EXP medals, all of that. So I do regret doing that, unfortunately, but you know, it's not really that big of a deal. But I just figured I would give you guys a little rundown on the avatar board and the actual boards that you buy for jewels, and what the point of them is, how they can be beneficial to you if you play your cards right. But like I said, you really got to be smart about it. Don't go buying Sids and Chips and Dales and all that until you're actually going to use them. Otherwise, they're just going to be sitting in your inventory taking up space. So I hope this video helped. If it did, please give it a like and favorite, subscribe for more videos, and expect a few more videos soon. You guys have a good one.